Alrighty, welcome back to the channel, guys. So today I'm going to do a video on the rooftop tent hoist that I made here. I've had a few people ask me how I made it, so I thought I'd do a video, and if it helps you, then I'm happy. It really does make it so much easier when you have one of these. Tents out the way, using space up here that's not normally used, and it's so much easier to put it on the car, especially if you're just one person. It just doesn't take long at all. And the really good thing is you can just do it with cheap parts, doesn't cost too much, and you can do it in an afternoon. So this is just how I've done it. I'm not saying it's the best way or the right way, but it's worked for me. I've had it sitting over this classic here for more than 2 years now and have had no issues. But I'm no engineer, so do what suits you. So the two biggest parts to this is the hoist pulleys here. They're actually just from Amazon. They're bike rack hoists, and yeah, pretty cheap. I'll leave a link down in the description there. And they're rated to like 45 kilos each, so what's that, 90 kilos for the both. And the Skycamp in here is only 57 kilos, so more than enough to lift them. So depending on what tent you have, the setup might be slightly different, but this is what's worked for me. With the two slings here, the working load limit's like 1 ton each, so way more than it needs to be, but it works. And then that's connected to each hook of the bike hoist, and these chains I've mounted into the beams in the roof on each 4 sides. That's to lower it down when it's not being used, so all the weight is on them, so it can never fall. But once I'm using the actual hoist, I just disconnect these on each side and raise and lower it. So the main frame of the hoist itself is actually 2 pieces of timber going this way. They've been screwed in through the beams in the roof, and then the hoist plates themselves on all ends just screwed in to those pieces of timber. Easy as. And then these pieces here on both sides, just aesthetics. I just had pieces of timber left over, so I just used them. So on the other end here is the rope side where you raise and lower it. With the pulleys, there's actually a lock there too, so if you want to engage and disengage, you can just move it up or down. But yeah, that's basically it. And if I remember correctly, with the hooks here on the hoist, I just adjusted the angle just to make sure that the slings seat in there perfectly. So yeah, that's just a bit of a general idea of how I've done it. Like I said, not saying it's the best or the right way, but it works perfect for me. If you're planning to do it, just think about what dimensions you're going to need and where exactly in the garage you're going to put it. And then also make sure it's very secure, because you don't want that falling. So yeah, that's just a general overview of how I've done it. Not so much a step-by-step, but yeah, hopefully it gives you a bit of an idea. And if something you've been thinking about doing, it's really not that hard.